So I witnessed a little bit of your finding your voice with the Linda Paris documentary.
Oh, yes.
So
Yes.
it was beautiful to see how you connect with music and also how did you find your own voice. So I'm really curious to know how did you find another voice, Claire's voice.
Yeah. Yeah. I love this question so much because I've spent so much time in my life singing other people's songs. And one of the challenging things about making an album was finding my voice, which is I always did when I was writing my own music, but then when I really like got into it, it was like I didn't want anything to feel affected in any way, right? So, but then when you're creating characters, you're finding a different voice, it becomes an
Yes.
instrument. Becomes an instrument. So, for Claire, I think with Claire there was a little bit of a mix because Craig really wanted there to be some soulfulness to Claire's voice and there were some moments where he wanted me to like go there and some of the areas I was like, okay, I'm down. So there's some of like my own personal expression in there. But Claire, she really was there to support him. And
Mm.
so for me in this, it's really like it was more about him and me making sure that I could fill out his, the duets and the harmonies with him than it was being the center focus. Except with the Patsy Cline songs. And then with that, it was really just like trying to find a little bit more of the Patsy tone. And also it's an energetic thing, right? Like so for me, it's like there is in this movie, like we say it in that first scene where she's like, "No, I'm here to support you and I'm going to play and this is a Neil Diamond experience." And so Hugh's at the center of it. He's the star. Um, and I think Claire loved, and of course, we're talking about real people. So, Claire just loved him so much and wanted to be in and be there for him all the way. So
Definitely. And to wrap up, and I'm going to quote you because this phrase stuck with me since you said it. There are people that do or enjoy music, and there are people that are and live music.
yeah.
When do you realize that you were part of the second?
I think you know it immediately, you know? You know it immediately when like you're supposed to be making, you see it in children. I think you can see it earlier if you're aware of it before even kids know it themselves. I mean, they know it, but they haven't realized that about them. Um, there are just certain kids who can keep a beat in a certain way and they hear music differently, or they listen to a song and it makes them so profoundly emotional that they don't understand it, or they start to create sounds with different things. Like there are just people who are born with music as a part of them inside, but they aren't like exclusively one is better. They're just than the other. They're just different because then there's the people who like experience music in such an intense way. And I think those are the great empaths that like they feel music in such a way that it's like they wouldn't know what to do without it.
Yes.
Um, but then the people that have music and it needs to get out, they also know that's just a certain language that they were sort of born with,